Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea for our daily update on Wednesday, getting towards near the end of the month of October here. And what kind of October surprise, or at least the end of the month October surprise, did we have? Well, it looks like markets absolutely puked across the board. And this couldn't be more fitting for an October puke fest that's happened today and kind of this week too with all markets. Dow Jones looks like, let's take a look here, where did we end up with that? Dow was down 943 points today. Wow, the Dow puked. Everything puked across the board. Even precious metals got whacked pretty damn good today. But you know, my feeling is buy the well, you know what that means, but buy the dips. So buy the well, I'll say buy the effing dips when you have an opportunity. And I was really surprised that we had such a down day today that a lot of gold and silver people don't rush in. And I think that's pretty typical in my industry. I've always noticed that when gold silver markets kind of puke up a little bit, and this is temporary, folks, I wouldn't worry about it. But it's a great opportunity in the kind of bull market we're in to buy at a little lower cost level. However, a lot of people have already been bought in for months, so maybe that's the reason for the slowness. But oddly enough, we'll see prices go up and people will slowly start coming in and buying again. It kind of confounds me a little bit, and it's all related to markets and the dollar up and the dollar down, and that's exactly what we've seen here today. Markets kind of just markets puked. Markets puked. And stock market's down. Everything's down across the board. And who kind of benefited from that? The dollar did. And as you know, and we've been talking about for a while, because the money flowed into the dollar because it seems to be the safest bet. On a temporary basis, that's probably true. The dollar is a very safe bet if you're just parking money temporarily, because it's not going to go anywhere soon. It doesn't get devalued overnight. So the dollar is a safe asset real quickly when you're pulling money out of markets and stuff, and you just need to park it somewhere. And I think the dollar benefited from the puking that we had with the Dow Jones today, and the dollar benefited from it this down market, and that's why gold kind of suffering a little bit, and silver and platinum, because we did see a stronger dollar today. And as I've noticed, and I think today is a perfect example of that, is we are in a bull market in gold, silver, and platinum. I think we're going to see the continuing prices to rise over time. The last couple weeks, and I think right before the election, we've been in kind of like a standstill. But after the election, I think we're going to see those little incremental rises. And we're going to pop back definitely above that 2,000 mark, and silver kind of can run. Again, this election has thrown in a whole kind of weird dynamic into the thing. But with the Dow Jones puking today, gold and silver markets and platinum markets even puking a little bit, dollar did benefit from that, and that's your reasons. And we've been talking about this for a while. The only thing that you're going to see drive gold and silver and precious metals down is a dollar, a rising dollar. And as I have said over and over and over, a rising dollar is only temporary. Dollar strength is only temporary. It's not a long-term thing, not a medium-term thing. Overall, the dollar loses value, buying power on a year-to-year basis. It has for decades and will continue to lose buying power. However, on a day-to-day basis, you don't see it as much. And when you see these little people piling into the dollar, you're going to see dollar strengthen again. That's why we saw lower gold and silver markets, which provided a good opportunity to buy the what, folks? Dips. And let me move over to here. The Wall Street Journal kind of was mentioning stocks closed sharply lower on rising coronavirus cases. I'm not quite sure that I'm going to swallow that line. It just seems too simple. And sometimes maybe the simplest answer is the right one. But in this case, I just kind of really don't believe that. I think they're going to blame it on the coronavirus. But what it really is, it has to do with these closures, bad financial policy, killing 80% of the mom and pop restaurants out there. I was just reading an article that 80% of the mom and pop restaurants probably won't make it through this. And that leads us to another article that I'm going to show you here in a little bit, about what the states are going to lose because of all the sales tax. But, they're going to blame the coronavirus, but it's not the coronavirus, folks. It is the stupid decisions they have made because of the coronavirus. This includes bankers and politicians have made absolutely, I'm going to say it, get ready, Marcelo, absolutely fucking ludicrous decisions on this coronavirus. The closures, the mask mandates, all the things that they've done. Absolutely lunacy. There's no rhyme or reason, but they can't back off from it. That would be admitting they were wrong. Meanwhile, they just keep digging in more and more and making the situation worse. So no, it's not the coronavirus, folks. It is the people that are running the country, the people that are running the banks. It's their fault for their stupid, boneheaded decisions they've made. Nothing to do with the virus. Well, I won't say nothing, but their cure was worse than the freaking disease. And that's my opinion, whether you agree with it or not. Hey, make a comment down below. I'm happy to talk to you about it. Again, Wall Street Journal doesn't say this, but one of the reasons I like Zero Hedge, because they say things that the Wall Street Journal and corporate publications like Bloomberg and others won't say. Liquidation, gold, silver, and bonds, and Bitcoin dumped, and that's kind of what happened today as dollar and VIX spikes. And then again, this is what we're talking about, a rising dollar because people kind of dumped into it when they saw all the money in the stocks going down. And again, it had an adverse effect on gold, silver, and platinum. As I said, what does that do for us, though? Provides us a good opportunity to do what, folks? Buy the dips. Take a look at that. Here's shop. They blame the coronavirus. It's not the coronavirus, folks. It's boneheaded decisions. Liquidation today of gold and silver, bonds, and everything kind of dumped because of dollar strength is why gold and silver went down. As far as why bonds and Bitcoin was dumped, I can't tell you. I don't know those markets as well. Let's take a look at Wall Street Journal front page, see what it says here. Again, as you can see, down 943 points. Wow, that's a pretty thrashing right there. Us gold and silver peeps didn't get hit that bad. And, you know, if you've been watching silver on a daily basis, you've been buying silver, then like me, and I've been doing this a long time, so it never surprises me, I don't worry about these $1 moves. In fact, only if you had to sell, and that was the day you had to sell, and the silver price was down like this today, that's the only time I would be upset, like I was forced to liquidate. But nobody, you know, if you're not forced to liquidate, then don't worry about these moves down. And again, if you have an opportunity to buy some, buy the freaking dips. Wall Street Journal page here, not much other than that. Again, blaming the coronavirus instead of blaming the real reason, which is our officials and our government and our economic system. They've really screwed us. Again, that's just my opinion. I'm not going to go off on a tangent. Looking at here, I don't see anything that talks about dollar strength really either as well. Again, they're putting all the blame here. So I'm going to just skip this page. Nothing here for us gold and silver or platinum people to look at. Nothing to talk about. Gold ends at a 1-month low as investors favor the U.S. dollar. And again, what has been my central theme on the price of gold and silver? Dollar weakness, dollar strength. And this is exactly why we've seen a continuation of the gold price just going up and up, because it's long-term, medium, long-term weakness. And when we do see those days or those weeks where we have strength, it's only because of temporary dollar strength. And let's take a look here. And it's kind of exactly what Market Watch says here. Gold ends at 1-month low as investors favor the U.S. dollar amid stock market losses. Well, a lot of stock market money is going to dump into the dollar again, temporarily, especially when you have a 1,000-point loss like this. Won't go into that too much, but again, provides us a good opportunity to do what, folks? I know this is like a lesson here. Buy the effing dips. If you have the opportunity. If you don't, relax. Don't worry about it. It's temporary. Don't freak out and go sell your gold and silver, stack because you feel, oh my God, it's going to crash. And again, if you've been stacking your silver and gold coins for a little while, you already know this. Buy the dips and relax. We're in a long-term bull market. Let's take a look at spot prices real quick here and see what's happened. Aftermarkets are open right now. Man, did I get this? Yeah, it's after 6. Man, I'm sorry getting this done late, but New York spot prices closed again about 20. We're down about $35 from where we were yesterday at the high. And again, I felt unless we saw dollar strength and dollar weakness, is what I said yesterday. I thought we were going to see par value slightly up. Just because before the elections, everything seems to be sideways. We're kind of in a purgatory of some sorts until this election is over. But we did see a good dump. We saw the gold and precious metals market kind of did a puke itself. Not quite as bad as the stocks, stocks and equities, but we did puke today a little bit. Again, it provides an opportunity to do what? Buy the dips. Silver too, wild, crazy, man. Dow $1.20 was touching down that close to that 23 and change, 10 cents or something like that. I think. Oh, look, there it is, 23.07. I was thinking, oh my gosh, is it going to touch 22? But no, no, no. Doesn't mean it won't still. I mean, we could still see some real thrashing of the markets tomorrow and see some continuing pressure. And again, some time ago, I was talking that we are going to see another kind of semi-crash with the gold and silver and platinum markets. I've seen it happen before. If this stock market, equity markets, and the economy just takes a huge puke, so will precious metals. It's just the way it happens. However, a lot of you are going to rush out to buy gold and silver. Physical won't be available. The ETFs will be really cheap. Contracts will be really cheap, but that's not real gold and silver, and that's not the reason you want to own it. That stuff will be cheap, but physical will dry up, as it always does when prices get killed in precious metals. And again, we will. I think we're going to see another big trashing of the precious metals prices. And again, and you don't have to worry about it unless you're selling into it. It's only going to be temporary. But I believe if this stock market just makes even a more major pukes or bigger corrections here coming up, which I think it may, coincidentally, right before the election, I think we're going to see huge. If we do see a huge puke in the market, yeah, gold and silver are going to get trashed. But again, it will not last long. Physical will really be hard to find, as it always has been when it gets trashed like that. I think the economic world will be trashed, and gold and silver will recover quickly, as will platinum. Again, that's just my opinion. Tough to say what's going to happen tomorrow. These markets are really getting trashed, and if people keep, piling into the dollar, that means more dollar strength, which means probably lower prices for precious metals. However, again, I'm going to make a kind of call, even though I think we may see a little more dollar strength tomorrow, that I think we've seen our thrashing. I can't see it down much further than this. So I'm going to call par value tomorrow, or maybe slightly higher. Silver, I think, is going to just trade in this crazy dollar range. However, it will follow. Again, gold's the leader in all these precious metals right now. It is the gold standard of all the metals, and that's what silver and platinum will follow ultimately. Aftermarkets are open a little bit. They're showing about the same. But again, tough to say what the futures market's going to do tonight, this evening, in the morning. So again, if stocks and equities plunge, we could see dollar strength and a little hammering in the metals tomorrow. So really tough call. I wouldn't want to call it either way, but provides a good opportunity if you were thinking about buying. If you weren't thinking about buying, do not think about selling, because this is only temporary, folks. That's really it for this evening. This is Brian Kuzmark with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in Lauderdale by the Sea. Appreciate you watching our videos. If you get a chance to like our videos, I really appreciate it. And hit that little up here, if you see my cursor, there's a little bell on your YouTube videos up here. Hit that. It'll let you know my new videos come up. It won't bother you on your telephone or anything. It'll just come to your YouTube page only and say, hey, listen, Brian from Commercial Rare Coins has got a new report for you. That's really about it. But I appreciate it if you do that. And again, I'm always looking forward to any comments. If you got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And that's about it. Brian Kuzmark, Commercial Rare Coins, 954-493-8811. Call us anytime between 10 and 4, Mondays through Fridays, for live spot price updates. And what kind of products we may have on, what the best have on hand, and what the best deals are for the day. Hey, thanks for watching. Let's see what happens tomorrow, and have yourself a great evening. Talk to you soon.